Hello! Today we are out in the greenhouse and we're going to be taking a whole bunch of plant cuttings, so I thought I would show it to you. This is going to be the only part where I'll be talking because I need to turn the exhaust fan on and it's extremely loud, so you won't be able to hear me. Or if you'll be able to hear me, but there will be a really irritating background noise. And we don't want that. So we'll just go ahead and go take some cuttings. Florida ghosts have like the worst EFN, like they're so sticky. Still a big Florida ghost. So the plant I was gonna cut up next was Bipinifolium aurea, but there's a cute little spider on it and I can't get him to remove himself from the situation, so I'm gonna come back and see what happens, because I'm not one of those people who kills spiders if I don't have to. Spiders are very important. This one's gonna be really hard to cut up. I think I'm gonna need a knife for this. See how like close together everything is? It just makes it hard to cut up because I don't want to cut the leaves off. I know that's a preferred propagation method for a lot of people, but I feel like they just root so much more quickly when they have leaves. Dang, these extra floral nectaries today. I wonder if there's more cuttings I could take. The last time I cut this plant up, it just shot out like 20 new growth points. So it's hard to get down in here and see what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. It's still a big old painted lady. Gosh, that was stressful. Those are really some tight internodal spacing. I think my spider friend has left. This one's gonna be tricky, I can already tell. Burl marks just tend to be like, you know, if that makes sense. I'm gonna see if I can show you closer. So it's really hard to see where the nodes are. I do think I see one. Oh dang, it's already growing into the dang soil. I was hoping to get one with some variegation. Dig it out. Oh, I'm digging that out. Oh dang it, it's all green too. Oh well, at least I got the all green off. Okay, here is some with irrigation. Oh, not barely variegated, but the next leaf is gonna be variegated. So this is embarrassing, but one day over the summer, this was like before I announced the shop opening and stuff, I was trying to get like a ton of stuff ready, and I was just kind of panicking. I took a bunch of cuttings of this, and I didn't have any nodes. Like, that just goes to show, like, don't do stuff when you're in like a desperate state of mind, because you're gonna make silly mistakes. And like, I know what nodes are and I know to take a cutting with nodes, but I took a lot of cuttings that did not have nodes, so they all died, obviously. But yeah, just an embarrassing story. Nobody's perfect. But, I mean, the plant, it's a philodendron burl mark, so it came back voraciously, aggressively. This is probably a really invasive species. I'm listening to weird elevator music, if you're wondering what I'm listening to. Listening to a song right now that's called Ship Has Sailed. Oh, you probably can't even see my AirPods through my hair, but it's actually like confusing to talk and listen to elevator music at the same time. Like, I started listening to elevator music for two reasons. One, to try and, you know, like, be a little more zen, because I'm a very anxious person, and I think maybe the word people would use would be high strung. So I wanted to be like more calm and shit. and also like to find some like background music for like reels and YouTube videos. And then dang if I didn't really start enjoying it. But it's not really surprising though, really. I used to be a figure skater, and when I was, you weren't allowed to skate to music with words in competitions, but you are now, and it's so weird to watch like the Olympics and people are skating to music with words, and I'm like, what do they think they're doing? But I used to listen to classical music to try and find music to skate to, and then that's just what I wanted to listen to in my spare time. Whatever I'm into, I get really, really into it. Like in the words of Ron Swanson, never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. It's great advice. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a cutting of this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to grow that one out a little bit more. Yeah, I think this is, I normally don't like to cut up a plant if the leaf isn't fully unfurled, but I think this one is close enough that it'll be okay. Okay, so this is my Philodendron verrucosum, and I've worked really hard to get this one where it is now. I got it as just like a teeny tiny plant, and it had spider mites, which I did not know. But oh well, it doesn't have spider mites now. So yeah, that was about a year ago, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and take some cuttings because it is getting too tall for my IKEA cabinet. This way, hopefully we'll get some more of the fuzzy petiole, because I cut it where it stopped doing that, so let's see. And then I'm going to take one splendid cutting today, and then when this leaf unfurls, I'm going to take another Philodendron splendid cutting. But in my Millsbow cabinet, the humidity is so unreasonably high that this thing's basically already rooted. I don't know if you can, I don't know how you could miss that. So yeah, there's some crazy aerial roots going on. Oh my goodness. Philodendron Splendid is so beautiful. It's one of my favorites. Like all of them, you know. You know me, I'm gonna claim every plant as my favorite. Okay, the last one I'm gonna be cutting up is this Hoya Bertonier, and it is actually blooming again. It just blooms and then it blooms some more and then it keeps blooming. So here's one. Where's the other one? There's another one somewhere. Good grief, there's like 3 more peduncles. I feel like I've seen this plant bloom plenty. Okay, here's all the Bertonii cuttings. Okay, so here are all of the cuttings that I ended up taking. Let's see if I can. So that's more cuttings than I usually end up taking. For my shop though, it is my goal to take 30 cuttings a week just to sustain the plants that I'm selling. So that's the goal. That doesn't always happen. Like last week, I didn't take any cuttings because it was really gross outside and I was going to see my family also. So it just didn't happen. So this week I took twice as many. But I also, like, I'm not going to take cuttings of a plant if it's not ready just to get that number. Because that doesn't make sense. If you're going to lose the plant just to get your 30 cuttings, that makes no sense. So yeah, it just kind of varies, but that's the goal. Bernadette, do you like the greenhouse? Do you like the greenhouse, Bernadette? I think so. Okay, so I'm back out here with my cuttings. I've let them callus for probably about 3 hours now. So I'm just gonna be putting them in whatever substrate I decide to put them in at the moment. Yeah, so I'll just show you what I'm doing. Okay, so now they're all potted up, and I'm going to water all of the cuttings with just some like rooting hormone water. It looks like this. It's called Rootinator. And I got it for free for buying so much stuff at a grow supply store. But anyway, I think it works really well, so I like to use it on all of my cuttings. Okay, so I don't know if you remember when I was putting all of the cuttings into moss and I had the really floppy, splendid, and varicosum cuttings. I brought them back in and I've put them in water and Super Thrive, and the water looks really disgusting, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, it took them a couple of days, but they did end up perking back up, which I am really happy about because I did not want to lose these. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and comment any questions or comments down below, and follow me on Instagram if you want to see more frequent plant content from me. Oh, and I do sell these cuttings, if I didn't say that before. I will only sell unrooted cuttings locally. So I don't ship them if they're not rooted. I just don't think they do very well. So once they're rooted and established in soil is when I'll be listing them on my shop. So if you had your eye on one of them, it'll be a while before it's available. But if you're local, I am willing to sell you a cutting. So that's that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.